First of all, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone who's come along today. It is truly inspiring and humbling to have all of you in this room together with me, and I really appreciate you for that, so thank you. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Turing Trust's next big adventure, the SolarBerry. But first I want to tell you a little bit about the why, the reason before the Turing Trust. Obviously, having Alan's legacy in my family is a very, very big set of shoes to be filling. But we like to think that Alan probably couldn't actually imagine a world where half of the world are using a computer pretty much every hour of their lives whilst they're awake. But he certainly couldn't have imagined one where the other half of the world never use a computer. And we like to believe that Alan was a big fan of equality of opportunity. Indeed, he sponsored refugees during his life. And so we believe that for people to really participate in the information age, they need to have those digital skills. And so the Turing Trust is really trying to bridge that digital divide. So with the SolarBerry, we're trying to address this problem that currently 87% of Malawian schools do not have access to electricity. And currently the rapid growth of the ICT sector in developing countries such as Malawi benefits mainly urban communities. This is mostly because it's more expensive for governments to bring electricity and subsequently computers to rural off-grid areas. This means that these already poor communities face being further marginalized from today's digital world. So our SolarBerry is an affordable and effective business solution to bring sustainable incomes and ICT classrooms to rural off-grid African schools. The Turing Trust Electronic Library can be hosted on Raspberry Pis, revolutionary computers that cost just a fraction of traditional desktops or laptops. Even better, the Raspberry Pis are extremely energy efficient. This means it's appropriate and affordable to power the Raspberry Pis with solar energy. The SolarBerry is constructed from an upcycled shipping container, which is transformed into a computer lab, and most importantly ensures a very secure classroom for the high-value technologies within. But maybe what's most important is how the SolarBerry can actually be financed by the off-grid community that it's helping. Whilst there are 16 million Malawians without access to computers, over a third of these actually have mobile phones. Many of these phones are found in these off-grid communities where the rural residents have to pay for mobile phones to be charged at often exorbitant rates, for example in the nearest on-grid town, which might be miles away, or using diesel generators. This means it costs roughly 4 pence per mobile phone charge. The SolarBerry uses its renewable energy to charge these phones, radios, electrical lanterns at significantly lower prices. Using our excess energy capacity, this reduced our costs to only 0.2 pence per mobile phone charge. This means we can halve the cost to the community, enabling them to save incomes at just 2 pence per mobile phone charge, and still make a profit of 1.8 charge. A lot of thought has gone into the design of the SolarBerry, and this has been led by our team in Edinburgh, by Mr. Andrew Clark, who you can hopefully go up and visit in the room upstairs, but also by our team in Malawi, who have encouraged us to ensure we include other services other than just mobile phone charging. So that means the SolarBerry will include things like movie nights, internet cafes, printing services, graphic design, and most importantly, adult education. Through using all of these different opportunities will enable the community to save money, but also maintain and pay off the initial costs of the SolarBerry. Offering all of these services, we expect the SolarBerry to be repaid the capital costs within just 3 years, enabling another SolarBerry to be built in another community, creating a knock-on development effect. This is the heart of the SolarBerry, a lease-to-own community financing model, where the SolarBerry acts as a catalyst for growth by supplying renewable energy and promoting digital inclusion. So our SolarBerry has now been fully designed and the components shipped off to Malawi, where it will be installed hopefully by the end of July at Choma Community Day Secondary School, which is near Mazuzu, Malawi, which you can hopefully see here. The demonstration of the self-sustaining model for IT access in off-grid areas will then enable us to begin a virtuous cycle, where after the initial capital cost of the first SolarBerry has been paid off, a second one can be installed in another off-grid community. With hopefully our successful pilot, SolarBerry, we'll then be able to gain significant social investments to quickly scale up our operations. And over the next 5 years, we plan to install over nearly 50 SolarBerries in Malawi. And this is our next big step that will connect off-grid communities to our digital age through renewable energy. I look forward to your questions shortly. Thank you very much.